So my final question really is, for a woman in particular, beginning their journey as an entrepreneur, what would be your top tip?
So I think my top tip would be to just get started. I think it's so easy to hold back because maybe it's not the right time, or maybe you can't see, how something might come together, or maybe you just know that you want to start a business, but you don't know what that business is. There's always a way to either have a conversation or put a meeting in the diary, or sketch out that logo, or there's some step that you can take rather than to think, oh, well, it's not the right time. There's something that you can do. And taking that first step is sometimes a scary bit, but once you take that first step, then it might lead to the next one, and then you gain a bit of momentum. And also, maybe there is a way that you can do it alongside however you're set up currently. So for me, I managed to free up a day by changing up my work and consulting rather than being in full-time employment. So maybe it's looking at the way you're currently working and freeing up some time if you can do something like that. But really taking that first step, I think, is the important starting point.
Not seeing like where you need to get to, and not looking as well, I think, at your competitors who have been established in business. And I always, when I look on LinkedIn and see people that have been in business for 10 or 20 years, not having that comparison and just taking that daily step, taking action is so true, isn't it? I would definitely share that tip as well.
Yeah.
So final question then, obviously this is part of the International Women's Day series of interviews, and this year's theme is Embrace Equity. So Georgie, what does Embrace Equity mean to you?
So I think Embrace Equity to me means recognizing, accepting and celebrating differences, and not letting those differences divide. I think it's about recognizing the fact that we're all individual and unique. And as a result of that, we have individual and unique needs. So whether that's as a consumer or an employee and so on, it's actually kind of being mindful of that and responding to those needs and requirements.
Thank you. Beautifully put. Okay, so that concludes our interview. Thank you so much, Georgie, for your time. And I know how busy you are, so it's been very much appreciated, and look forward to sharing your story. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me. No, that was really great. And thank you for having me on. It's been a pleasure.